AMALearning, you're about to. Specification point 2.11b. Explain how the difficulties of accessing brain tissue inside the skull can be overcome by using CT scanning, PET scanning to investigate brain function. This is a biology-only specification point. To successfully answer any GCSE questions linked to this specification point, you will need to know the different ways that brain function can be investigated. One way we know about what different parts of the brain do is through studying patients with brain damage or injury. This involves identifying the area of the brain that someone has damaged and observing the result of this. Damage to different parts of the brain leads to different behavioral and psychological effects. Damage to the front part of the brain impacts a person's ability to make decisions, whereas damage to the back of the brain has an impact on a person's vision. In the 1800s, Phineas Gage was working and an iron rod went through his skull. He survived, but his personality changed. This was due to the parts of the brain that he had damaged. Another way of mapping the brain involves electrically stimulating different parts of the brain by using a weak electrical current. The patient is awake and so is able to describe what they experience when their brain is stimulated. This may be that they see something, remember something, or smell something. If a motor area of the brain is stimulated, the person may move involuntarily. Neuroscientists are scientists that study the structure and function of the brain. The brain is both complex and delicate, which makes it difficult to investigate and treat. As the brain is protected by a skull, accessing the brain tissue can be difficult. This is why neuroscientists use CT or PET scans to understand the brain function better. A CT scan uses X-rays to produce detailed two-dimensional images of the brain. Joint CT scan, hundreds of images are taken, which shows the doctors or neuroscientists the main structures of the brain. The CT scan does not directly show us the function of the brain, but it does highlight the parts of the brain which are diseased or damaged. And this gives the doctor or the neuroscientist a good idea of why the brain is not functioning properly. The PET scan uses radioactive tracer chemicals to show which parts of the brain are functioning, whilst in the scanner, more active parts of the brain showing red or orange, and the least active parts of the brain can be seen as green. The PET scan, like the CT scan, shows the main structure to the brain. However, the PET scan also shows the function of the brain in real time. PET scans are useful for studying disorders like Alzheimer's disease. Our animations were designed by experienced UK-trained teachers. We have been achieving amongst the best results in the country for many years, and we decided it was time to share our success. Have you just AMALed and want to AMAL some more? Don't forget to like, subscribe and share to keep yourself up to date with the latest uploads. AMALearning, you just did.